All right, guys, we're back. Welcome to the Truth About Him podcast, the #1 podcast for men's mental health. I'm Anthony, and this is my boy.
I'm Baron.
So today we're doing something a little different,
Something
different, special, but I believe it's needed.
Shocked that it's still, well, not shocked that it's still happening, but it is something that we need to highlight and speak on.
Give us some background.
So to give some perspective, we're at Thursday now. This happened Sunday.
Okay.
NFL player, wide receiver Tyreek Hill was being pulled over 3 hours before entering the stadium, basically 3 hours before to go to work. Okay. Gets pulled over, has some conversations with officers who pulled him over. We're assuming speeding. We're assuming that. And pulls him over, and then some incidents occur where he's getting pulled out the vehicle, being manhandled and put to the ground. So these are things that we've seen, in the 90s. We've seen it, Rodney King. We've seen it moving forward with a whole bunch of different things that maybe were not being filmed, but this is the latest one that we've seen, and I think we have a responsibility to look at it and give our perspective on it.
Okay, so we're going to watch the video.
Okay.
Check it out. Just give our perspective on what we see. And again, it's just our opinion on what we see.
It's a perspective.
And it's just ours. So let's start it. So if you see something, you stop it, we'll pause and talk about it, but let's get it going. So right now there's no sound and video because I guess the body cams aren't on yet, but it should pop on any second now as far as the sound.
Don't mind you, the stadium is right to the right.
And you said it was 3 hours for the game, right?
He was 3 hours early for the game. NFL players are required 2 hours before the game. So pause it right there. You can see he said, "Don't tap on my window like that." He wouldn't have tapped. He wouldn't have possibly needed to tap on the window if the window wasn't rolled up. Yeah. When we get pulled over, we have to make it easier for everybody involved.
Right.
I know a lot of officers, and I've worked in probation for years, and their main objective at the end of the day is to go home to their family.
Facts. Right.
So that should be our main objective too. When we go out somewhere, we want to make sure we come home, come back, because that's just a priority for us as it is to them. So when something like this occurs, we try to I assume we try to make it easy for everybody involved. So, windows are rolled down, hands are where you can see them. Yeah. I don't want any excuses.
Just be safe. Right?
Just be safe and be smart.
Did they say why he got pulled over in the first place? Because he said seatbelt. So, but they couldn't see that because he has a tent, right?
He has a limousine tent in his car. So it's highly, it's really great. As of this moment, all we can assume is that it's speeding.
Okay.
So
let's keep going. So 4 bikes.
Four gentlemen, 4 cars. Four bikes, which is equivalent to 2 squad cars.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
Pause. This is a man thing right here. Yeah. We're going to break it down because we're a men's wellness podcast. When a man challenges you, if you're at your job and another man goes to your job and tells you what to do at your job,
it's triggering.
It's triggering. Yeah. It's triggering. Now, we're breaking it down bit by bit, frame by frame. There's a higher responsibility of that officer too. That officer is trained to de-escalate situations. That officer has a gun. Mm-hmm. He has a badge.
A taser.
A taser.
Yeah.
He's held with a certain responsibility. He's trained again to de-escalate the situation. We're civilians, so you can't, as an officer, be reactionary to our actions. If we're hot, you can't get hotter. So there's a responsibility of that officer in this particular moment. Now Tyreek is wrong with telling them, don't bang on my window like that. Just give me my ticket. Just basically telling him how to do his job.
So you're saying, are you saying that the officer has more responsibility than Tyreek at this moment because he has the training? So if I poke you, me as an officer, you as an officer should be able to step back and not get upset. But De-escalate
the situation.
You know, not get agitated by what was going on. Okay.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Hey, keep your window down.
And you put it back up.
And he pulled it back up.
Okay, so it was something that you said. So we're talking about this other day, and you said that Tyreek said that he put it up because he wanted the bystanders to see that it was him,
Right?
You know, because he'd probably be on TMZ, right? So I can see both sides because the officer is a level 10. You know, he don't know if he be going for a gun or a knife or whatever.
He doesn't know who's in the car.
No. But then again, the officer is not wearing a vest. That to me stands out, right? I mean, not sure, you know, that matters, but you know, putting the window back up is something that maybe he shouldn't have done.
Here's a thought process. We see right now he's not wearing a vest, right? Is he not wearing a vest because he's traffic patrolling the stadium? Because the stadium's right there. Is he deemed to be like a safe, you know?
Maybe.
You know, so I'm not wearing my vest because I'm not in real danger, you know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a kickback spot for him. I'm just looking at it from this perspective. Maybe that's the reason why he didn't wear his vest. I'm patrolling the Dolphin Stadium.
Yeah, maybe. So even though he didn't want people seeing him, I think he still should have left it down because having people see you is safer than having a gun put on you and possibly getting shot.
If that theory is right, if him rolling his window up because he didn't want to be on TMZ, you're already on TMZ, so you might as well be on TMZ the safe way. You know, you're gonna be on TMZ regardless.
Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car.
See, this is an ego trip right now.
Break the freaking window. Get out of the car.
Break the freaking window.
Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out.
What game are we playing?
Get out. Get out. Get out. What part of God don't you understand? Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, Drew.
Okay. So this to me was a bit triggering, right? Open his door, that's fine, get out the car, listen. So I think that they didn't give him a chance to get out the car. You see how surprised he was?
Yeah.
They snatched him out, phone in his hand. So this part, taking a man out of the car, taking a black man out of the car, forcefully thrown him to the ground, not giving him the opportunity to actually get out is unnecessary, right? The force that they're using at this point, if it was speeding at this point, give me a chance to get out of the car. Now again, Tyreek was probably being a smart mouth, which I understand, but give me the opportunity to get out the car because you're snatching me out, and I see a scar on his shoulder.
Yeah. But you said give him an opportunity to get out the car. He's not. He's not going to give
Knee in
him.
his back. So this is a man who makes his living with his body.
With his body.
Right?
Exactly.
You twisting his arm, put his knee behind his back, and put your knee in his back. You know, it's a lot. And you got 3 or 4 of them on him, right?
Tell you to do something, you do it. You understand? You understand? Not what you want, but what we tell you. You're a little confused. I'm getting out, bro.
You hear that? Yeah. You're a little confused on who's running this show.
You're a little fucking confused.
Yeah. You're a little confused. I'm going to show you who's in charge of this situation. So right now, my ego. Tyreek attacked his ego and he responded in kind.
But you beating on my window like you crazy.
You set him up?
Like y'all beating on my window like y'all crazy for. Damn, yo, bro, dude was beating on my window like he crazy. I ain't do nothing, twin. Damn.
He attacked his ego, you know?
Hey. Hold on, bro. I just had
wasn't
surgery
enough,
on my
yes.
knee. I just had surgery.
So that right there,
That was situation number 2.
the man just had surgery on his knee.
He didn't care.
He didn't care. He grabbed him basically by his neck, right?
Yeah.
Let's go back
If you go back.
a few secs here.
Arm around the neck, across the shoulders.
I just had surgery on my knee. I just had
for
surgery
now.
on my knee, bro. I just had surgery on my knee, bro.
I just heard you in your ears when we
Chill, bro. Hey, don't do, bro.
They're so agitated.
Call Drew. Hey, call Drew.
And entering there are his teammates.
Yeah.
You know, 6'8".
Hey, call Drew, bro.
That's a big boy.
Big boy.
Hey, call Drew, bro. Just call Drew. Hey.
So everyone's watching at this point.
Hey, listen. Hey, man, they got Tyreek. The cops over here beating on him, man. They over here beating on Tyreek, man.
Don't park there,
Big man.
They over here.
Big man. Because that's how you see me.
That's how you
Not
see
sir.
it. Come on, man.
Not sir.
Talk about that.
Not sir.
Talk about that.
Not excuse me, sir. Hey, big man.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what I see. That's what I'm threatened by.
Yeah.
You know, that was telling right there in itself. So now, hey, big man, let me tell you, I'm control of this situation right here. Big man, you do what I tell you to do. Get over there.
Yeah.
You know, he's on his phone. He's talking loud. So now I'm a big man talking loud.
Right.
So you're intimidated. The intimidation level goes up.
Right.
You know,
Crazy.
even more.
Crazy.
So now I have to show you again. I'm in more of. I have to put my chest out even more.
I have more control.
I have more control.
You listen to me.
Exactly.
It's not illegal to bystand.
It's not illegal to
It's
buy
not illegal to
especially in
record.
2024 when
Right.
when things like this happen. People do it all the time to pull over and make sure that the real justice is being served, whether they know the person on the ground or not. You have people that do that all the time.
So from this point, we're 3 minutes to take us in, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think where we are is justified based on what Tyreek said, what the cops said, what Tyreek did, and what the cops did? At this point, do you think it's justified?
No.
Right.
Well, let's just be real. We're all men, and that officer's ego was challenged. Mm-hmm. And at that particular time, that officer did not respond in kind. He didn't follow his training as far as de-escalating the situation. And you had, 3 or 4 more officers there that had the opportunity to help de-escalate the situation.
That's what was my next point that trips me out, is that if you see your brother doing wrong, you don't have to always chastise him in public.
Yeah, exactly.
But hey, come over here. Let's do this and let's say it this way. This is Tyreek Hill. I mean,
you clearly know that now.
You clearly know it now.
You clearly know that now.
So this is going to be a big situation. All right, it's going to be big, like it is now. So if you have a brother that you're looking out for, look out for him and make sure he's doing the right thing. He may get mad at you, but it's going to save him from. So I think one of them is on suspension, right?
Yes, he's on administrative leave, and they're being called. They're asking for his job right now. Yeah. So now it's livelihood issues.
And for the record, that color linen is beautiful.
That what?
Color linen, the Rolls Royce, the red interior. Anyway, let's keep going.
Hey, get in the car. You're parked in the middle of the street.
I'm in the car.
You gotta go before you get a ticket.
Hey,
I'm
you're in the car.
Who's the driver?
This is my car.
All right, move.
Control.
You gotta move right now.
But it's that same cop, right? The one who originally hit the window. It's the same guy. So
I believe it
is because it's the accent.
Yes.
So he's the original one that stopped him and was hitting on the window. So when Tyreek pissed him off, he's carrying his anger now onto
transferring it over to him. Now, if you watch, this gentleman right here is dealing with this officer.
Yeah. And
where does this one come from?
Yep.
He comes from the side to assert control. As get out of here, I'm gonna give you a ticket.
He's agitator.
He's agitated.
Yeah.
He's transferring that agitation to anybody that he can see, anybody that's around. Wow. Everybody get away.
Wow.
I got this.
Let me have your license. You're gonna ticket. Let me have your license. I'm leaving. I'm not playing. Let me have your license. Your license right now. Your license right now. You're not gonna give me your license?
Pull his handcuffs.
Let me have your license. Your license right now. Hey, your license right now. Or I'm gonna lock you up. Your license right now. Your license right now.
He doesn't even care what his partner is saying. He's blindly enraged right now.
I wonder if this is the one that's suspended.
You know what?
Probably is.
Probably is.
All right, go get your license.
Yeah, that's some wicked interior.
Close the door.
Yeah. Close the door. I want to control everything. Everything. Now I wonder at this point, is he even concerned about Tyreek Hill right now?
Well, he's way over there, so
yeah.
No, he's not. He's over there with big men.
Yeah.
He snatched at these.
Hold on, let's go back. Because we just said something and that officer contradicted. Can we just go back to the part where he was in his vehicle? looking for his ID.
Right here?
Right there. Now, if the purpose of an officer is to make sure he gets home at the end of the day, right? Why would you let big man turn his back to you, go into his car? You don't know what he could grab out of there.
Excellent point.
You're not you're not armed, you're not protecting yourself. So are you doing your job right, or are you're in blind rage now?
You're in blind rage.
You want to show control.
Right.
You don't want to do your job. You want to show control in this particular situation.
Wow.
And the way he takes it off and just walks away. He's highly agitated.
Let me stand him up so I can take off his
So this is Drew, right? This is
So now we're looking at Dolphin
over here, don't fall off the
officials. So these are people. I mean, they're right there, so it doesn't take them long at all. His manager comes up.
He's already rich. What
I'm already rich.
Open your legs. Just let him lean forward a little.
Just let him lean forward. Not lean forward, sir. At what point? How many times did you hear "sir" in this situation?
To a grown man.
Now here's his agent coming in.
I'm finna go home, bro.
Oh, this is the agent right here.
In the white shirt.
Okay. Who's the anniversary, you know?
I think it's a Dolphin official.
But now everything's sort of calm.
See, everything is calm. That same officer that was the aggressor is no longer there. He's shaking hands.
Yeah.
This officer probably came on the scene. This officer is probably like the captain or the sergeant, the senior officer. So he's there to smooth over the situation. But where is the out of control officer at in that
They
situation?
took him away, and I'm guessing that's the one that got suspended.
So you know, it's. I look at that now, and we have been around the block a few times. We've seen this happen.
Yeah.
It's happened to us. I'm sure it's happened to you. It's happened to me. It's happened to friends that I know. So it's not nothing that we're foreign to.
Yeah. Right.
But let's say, how about our sons?
All right.
How are they? Have this ever happened to them? I doubt it.
Yeah.
I doubt it. So I think it's our responsibility when stuff like this happens is to educate our sons on, because kids are a little, we'll just say privileged, for lack of a better word nowadays. They believe they have, you don't talk to me a certain way, I get good grades, you don't talk to me, I do this, and my father, and at that particular moment, the officers didn't care who he was.
No, not at all.
He was a black man driving an expensive car, and at that moment, he was telling me how to do my job. Right. That's where the dilemma happens, and that's where, yes, those officers should do better, because they're entitled to, they have the responsibility to do better. Yeah. That's what they signed up for, to do better, to protect and serve and be fair across the board. No matter how the person that they're encountering comes off, you still de-escalate the situation.
You made a good point to talking about really our kids, the younger generation, in regard to how they interact with police officers, right? I've encountered them here and there, but it's like knowing how to act, because your whole goal is to go home.
It's to go home, exactly.
Your whole goal is to go home to if you're married, if you have kids, if you're a kid going to your parents, it's to go home. And if both people's goal is to go home, then both people should keep cool and calm heads.
Exactly.
Right? Because police officers deal with negativity every single day, all day. So I can somewhat understand, but again, you have to regulate and treat each situation as a new one. Right? Don't take the energy from your last bad stop into your new stop. And again, I'm not a cop, so again, this is my perspective, right? I could be off, but it's just to, as men, we have to really know that we have to at times, keep calm heads, and then when it's time to defend or time to be aggressive, we do that.
Absolutely.
But not walk in being this super aggressive machismo macho man, because that's going to get you on YouTube getting videos, reactions done about you.
It's got us talking about you.
Exactly. And then on the Tyreek Hill side, I think both sides, could have done better. Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So at least he didn't do a Randy Moss back in the day. Back in the day, Randy Moss got pulled over by the cops. He pulled his window down. He said, "I'm Randy Moss," and he bounced. Right. Pulled off,
right. I remember that.
I'm glad he didn't do that.
I'm glad he didn't do that.
Right. But just and of course he wants to protect himself and his image, which he should. But some of the things that he said and put his window up, some things shouldn't have happened. But I gotta be able to understand both sides and really know what the goal was from both sides.
And he's accounted for that. He's accounted for being better in the situation. He's accounted for I shouldn't have rolled my window all the way up, things of that nature. So he's acknowledged his part of the situation, which is great. Our sons and our children need to know that same thing. Like whether you are Tyreek Hill or you are John Black getting pulled over by the cops, you roll your window all the way down. You make your hands visible, and you answer accordingly. That's it. Because again, you want to get home. That is the top priority. You want to get home, so you handle the situation accordingly. Could we be mouthy? Yeah, we can. But what's the consequences to that? What's the possible consequences to that? We don't have that luxury. So
and I'll also say, just learn the law. Right? Learn the law and do research, because there are certain things that cops cannot do, and they do because they know that we don't know the law. So learn the law. Better know your rights. Right?
Educate yourself.
Know your
rights. Educate yourself. It's just police officers have the right to pull you over. Yes. They have the right to ask you for your identification. They have a right to detain you to ask you for your identification. That's their right. That's what they are charged to do. So, we have to abide by that. We can't say, well, I wasn't doing anything, why are you pulling me over? And have this instant attitude of, you could be doing something else at this time. Let them do their business and let you, so you can go on about your business.
And then I heard he went to the game that day
and balled out.
Scored an 80-yard touchdown and put his hands behind his back.
The celebration was crazy. And then the resiliency of him to actually do that. Think about being in that situation. I've been in that situation, and it's just changed my whole night. I'm ready to go home. I'm done. My whole night's ruined. But he took that in and turned it into a nice performance last week. They got smashed tonight. They got smashed tonight, but kudos to him for even pulling through and handling that. Because he could have went home, like you said.
I'm going home.
So amazing.
Anything else on this?
No, I think we've hit all points, bro. I think we've hit all points, and we can be better for it as men watching this all the way around. Don't be so easy to have your egos.
Thanks for watching, guys. This is something that we're gonna do often, just to check in. Because check in on our guys and our men, right? Because our whole goal is to help men out, and we do that by helping ourselves out. So again, thanks for watching the podcast, guys. Please like, please subscribe and share, and let's get the message out. Thank you guys for watching. See you soon.